Now in sport, having lost the first test by 7 wickets, the world #1 side, South Africa, came into the second and final test determined to make amends. They dismissed Pakistan for 99 runs and entered day 2 leading by 29 runs. Mohammad Irfan sent off Dale Steyn as the third wicket fell with 134. Captain Graham Smith and A.B. de Villiers would however give South Africa the much needed boost. South Africa, or rather Smith, would hit 200 runs as their partnership brought up a 326 unbeaten run. Results put the Proteas in the driving seat for the second test as they scored a first innings total of 517. Pakistan's second innings began on a shoky note, losing 2 wickets for 2 early on. The match is currently underway in the UAE. Netball in Africa is a sport on the up. The continent's the 5th and 6th best ranked teams in the world, thanks to South Africa and Malawi, while Botswana and Tanzania are also ranked in the world's top 20. South Africa are now playing under a new coach, and there's hope they can challenge for a medal at least next year's Commonwealth Games.
Looking to take netball in Africa to a whole new high. South Africa have made giant strides in the sport over the last few years. They were Africa's top team at the previous World Championships, finishing above rivals Malawi. And there is a growing confidence they can now break into the very top level of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. We've come a long way. The team, since we had our coach Elise Kotze coming on board, I mean, she's really pushed us, and we never really believed that we could actually be where we are right now, but things are really looking up for us, and the team is focused, and we know that we have everything it takes to compete against the best and even beat the best.
One of the keys to South Africa's success has been the increased professionalism in the squad, with better training, facilities and more frequent training camps. But without a professional league, the sport is still some way off where the players want it to be.
I would like to see more sponsors, obviously. I think a team can never have too many sponsors, but to have sponsors climb in, we have to perform, and I think that's the first thing we have to get right, is performing first, and then we can look at, yes, we want more sponsors, but having more people on board supporting us will definitely be a positive.
Netball is also making progress in widening its appeal around the country. This is Bongwi Masomi. She began playing the sport completely by accident when she joined in a practice match just to make up the numbers. She impressed immediately and is now the Proteas vice captain.
For every step of my life, it's about netball, and I just love it. Because at first, even if I didn't want to do it, I didn't look myself doing it. But when I was there, I just knew there is something that's going to change in my life, because I can really say for everything I do, it's all depending in netball.
South Africa finished a highly respectable 5th at the last World Cup 2 years ago, and there are high hopes that they can improve on that at the next World Cup in Australia in 2 years' time. But before that, there's the Commonwealth Games, and that should provide South Africa with another opportunity to show that they're on the right track.
The way we've grown the last few years from the previous Commonwealth, I think definitely a medal is up for grabs.
I think the belief is in our hearts, and we're putting good structures in place to make sure that we actually hang a medal around our necks in the next World Championships.
If South Africa can achieve that kind of success, it will really give the sport in the country a profile it has previously struggled to achieve. Dan Williams, CCTV, Port Elizabeth, South Africa.
Well, that's it for this edition of Africa Live. You can stay in touch with us on Twitter using the handle @CCTV News Africa, and you can also visit our Facebook page, CCTV Africa. I'm Famida Miller. Thanks for watching.